Welcome back to Guardians Hockey. We're about to get the opening face-off started. We got Katava in to take the draw. We got Campbell and Barr on wing. Kronlin and Moravicek back at D. Face-off goes back to the Yellowjackets. They try to push it up. They get control of center ice and move it into the zone. That's quickly picked up by the Guardians, trying to push it out of the zone. Battle on the blue line. That goes to Moravicek. Moravicek gets it over to Barr. That's intercepted. Barr's able to pick it up into the zone. Now they're moving in the forecheck. He circles around, throws it up the boards. That comes to the defense. Kronlin then shoves it to the far side of the ice. Barr's in pursuit. He's chasing the guy around behind the net. He stops. He comes back the other way. Moravicek trying to hold the blue line. He's able to do so. Now Campbell with the puck. He steps around one guy and then gets it poked away. Yellowjackets throw it out. Moravicek tries to hold the zone. Just slips by him. He hustles back, pushes it up to Campbell, and we're going to have a whistle. Oh, I wasn't moving it. I wasn't even moving it.
I might mess it up. Let's see.
Guardians take the face-off down in their own zone. Yellowjackets win the draw. They got the puck control. They try to get it back to the defense. That goes back down into the corner. Now Guardians push it up the wall, trying to get it out of the zone. Still battling the blue line. Gets it high up off the glass. Yellowjackets now regrouping at center ice. They go D to D. Quickly on is Lynette. Lynette then trying to get possession at center ice. That gets through. Still battling on the wall. And that goes into the zone. Now Yellowjackets skating it out of their zone through center ice. That's poked away by the Guardians. Guardians now Algren with the puck. He's got one guy to beat. He goes wide, then tries to get it to the middle. Just slips off his stick, and Yellowjackets start to come back the other way out of their zone. He passes it up the ice to the center. That's picked off by Simonson. Algren passes it up to Lynette. Lynette now taking it wide. He cuts back to the middle. He has it on his backhand, trying to get a shot, unable to do so. Now Yellowjackets coming back the other way. And that's kicked away by Katava. Now Yellowjack come back center ice. They got room. That comes back. Wall makes a poke check. Now Kronlin gets to Katava with the puck, skating it out of the zone. He gets it over the red line and gets it stripped away. Kronlin then helps out, gets it pushed in. Now Katava moving into the zone. Yellowjackets pick it up in front of their own net. He chips it out of the zone back to Guardians defense. Campbell with the puck, skating it wide, trying to get it into the zone. That's going to be offsides.
This is hard. I feel like I'm like I thought it was gonna be like looser, and I feel like I'm just like.
Yeah, and then there's clock and all that stuff. It's a lot.
Well, you tell me what to do here, but I'll just hit play.
Just whenever the whistle, then you just push play on here, and it starts the clock. Battle here right at the dot. Wings coming in to help out. That comes back to Kronlin. Kronlin then dumps it deep in the zone. Yellowjackets now take it in behind their net. And that's poked away. Now O'Brien with the puck. That kicks back to defense. Campbell then shoots it back into the zone. Battling now in the corner. That's intercepted by Katava. Katava passes it over. Takes a shot. That shot just deflected off by the goaltender. Comes back to the front of the net. Not able to get it out front. Kicks back into the corner. Kronlin's trying to hold the zone right here at the blue line. And that's picked up by O'Brien, but he loses it. That kicked out back to center ice. Higgy then tries to push the puck up into the zone, just unable to get it all the way in. Now it comes back to Higgy. Higgy's got his cross ice to Campbell. Campbell then tries to step around one guy and has it poked away. Yellowjackets now dump it back to the Guardians defense. He tries to go cross ice to Amos, but that's just a little long. Now it's a puck race into the far corner. Yellowjackets win, but it's intercepted by Campbell. Campbell now skating into the zone. He loses it. Now it comes back into the middle. That's nearly intercepted. Comes back to Simonson. Simonson takes a shot. That's deflected wide by a Yellowjacket defense. Yellowjacket now battling down in the corner. Algren trying to win the puck battle. They throw it out to center ice. Now Guardians then dump it back in the zone, get a little help from the ref. So it wasn't icing. Simonson now with the puck. He passes over to Higgy. Higgy now looks up the ice, gets it to Barr. Barr now entering the zone. He's got a little room. He starts to go wide, zeroes it in the middle. Just misses Campbell, not able to get it to the net. Yellowjackets now push it up the ice. He loses it at center ice, picked up, and they throw it in deep in the zone. Picked up by Higgy. Higgy's now circling around. He loses it a little bit, now battling down in the corner for possession. Algrim comes in to help out. Still battling down in the far corner. Yellowjackets come out with it. He throws it into the middle of the ice. That's broken up by Barr. Now back out in front. Tip. Yellowjackets.
It's gonna be blurry. I'm trying to keep up with the puck. See how this tape turns out. Needs to be able to hear.
Catawba in the take the draw. That puck's pushed forward. Picked up by Cronlund. Cronlund then loses it, circles back, then backhands it deep into the Yellowjacket zone. Catawba then trips, that was Lynette trips. And they're going to call a tripping penalty. Guardians will now go on a power play.
Well, the ref knows to talk.
Catawba in to take the draw. That's won by the Yellowjackets into their corner. But Catawba beats him there, tries to center it, but that's broken up. Puck now goes to the half wall. He goes back to the D. Cronlund now with the puck. He goes back to O'Brien. O'Brien passes over to Morvacek. Morvacek now with the puck. He gets it, throws it down far in the corner. Lynette now trying to get to the puck. Yellowjackets now leaving the zone. Coming through center ice. Morvacek breaks that up. Now Guardians pick it up. O'Brien throws it deep in the zone. Now picked up by Catawba. He takes a shot. That goes high. Cronlund then picks it up on the far side. Goes to O'Brien down in the corner. He steps around. He's going behind the net. He's trying to get it up to Lynette, but unable to do so. Now Yellowjackets pick it up, throw it along the boards. And that kicks out to Lynette. Lynette now trying to get it back down deep. There goes O'Brien. He's unable to reach. Yellowjackets now with it behind their net. They're coming back the other way. Guardians making a line change. They're going to come out of the zone. That pass is then missed, going to center ice, intercepted by Campbell. Campbell now takes a shot. That's blocked by the defense. Yellowjackets now coming the other way. He steps around, but that's kicked away by a skate. They then go far ice, throw it off the boards, goes into the Guardian zone. They must regroup. He goes D to D over to Simonson. Simonson now moving it up the ice. He passes it up to Algrim. Algrim then is tripped. They're going to get that. We got a delayed penalty on Yellowjackets. So, and they're going to touch up for the call.
Get a different puck! Get a different one!
So we got a bad puck sticking all over the ice. Hopefully the refs changed it out. I don't know if they did. So we'll have 8 seconds with a 2-man advantage. Algrim in to take the draw. That's won by the Guardians. Bumping back to Cronlund. Cronlund, they got to get a new puck. That puck's sticking all over the ice. You can't even stick handle with it. You can't even move it. So Guardians then run into each other, battling out. So, oh man, these guys, the puck doesn't slide at all. So that comes out in front. O'Brien or Amos with the puck, out battling to the half wall. Yellowjackets now with it, trying to get it out. That's held by Morvacek. Morvacek battling right here on the blue line. That's moved over to Algrim. Algrim trying to get to it, but they kick it out. Now it's a puck race between Cronlund and the Yellowjackets. He throws it up the ice to Algrim. Algrim now moves it up to Campbell. Campbell now moving in. He's got a guy to the far side. He takes a shot. That's gloved down. Another shot. That's blocked away by the goaltender. Battling now, and Campbell gets it out and trying to get it to the front of the net. Puck still continuing to stick. You got that one side that's no good. So they tries to get it out in front of the net. Yellowjackets now pick it up. They throw it up the boards. That comes out of the zone. Morvacek trying to get to it. Ref waves offsides, or sorry, calls no icing. Cronlin now carrying around his own net, passes it up the ice, and that misses, goes out to the Yellowjackets. They then dump it in deep, and Moravicek's got to go back into his own zone and retrieve. He then picks it up in the corner and throws it around to Cronlin. Cronlin now in the far corner, passes it up the ice, but that's going to be intercepted by the Yellowjackets. Then broken up by Campbell. Campbell now moving it through center ice. He moves it up, dumps it into the zone. That's going to be no ice, waved off. Barr now in pursuit, trying to hold them into their zone. That's passed out. That comes back to the Guardians' defense. They got to regroup. They go D to D, and then that moves out to Barr. Barr now with the puck. He passes it over to Katava, and that's broken up. They're now coming back the other way. That's poked away by Simonson. Yellowjackets now regrouping. They throw it back out of the zone. Katava's there right on the blue line, battling. Both teams there trying to get possession. Yellowjackets come out with it. They move it up. That comes to the Guardians' defense. They push it up the ice. Now Barr trying to get to the wall. And that's going to be offsides. Ref's finally getting a new puck, recognizing what's going on. Face-off is going to be just outside the Guardian zone. That's kicked over the side wall and then pushed up by O'Brien, picked up by the Yellowjackets defense. They now push it through. They're trying to move it up the wall, and they start to enter into the Guardian zone. They then move to the middle of the ice, pushed away by the Guardians, and thrown all the way through the zone and picked up by the Guardians. Heggie now with the puck, moving it up center ice. He goes down, gets it up to O'Brien. O'Brien now with the puck in the center of the ice. He cuts the outside, tries to get it to the net. That's deflected out. Now puck's behind the Yellowjacket net. Teams battling for the puck. Tava in to help out. Now Yellowjackets pick it up in the corner. They pass it up the ice. They're moving through the zone. They pass it over. That's going to be offsides. Algerman to take the draw. That's won by Yellowjackets back to their defense. They go all the way across ice. Campbell tries to get a hand on it, not able to reach it. He shoots it. That goes wide into the far corner. Yellowjackets now controlling it. They push it down deep in the zone and then push it back to their D. They take a shot. That's deflected. It goes high up into the rafters. No touch, so no whistle. Now trying to get it out of the front of the net. And it's moved up to Campbell. Campbell now with the puck. He's got speed. He goes trying to get into the middle. He's taken down by two defensemen. Yellowjackets then pick up the puck and start to skate out. He slows down, picked up by Campbell. Campbell shoots, unable to get it. It's poked away by the defense. Guardians now circling around, trying to get it to the front of the net. Yellowjackets then get it and throw it out of the zone. Moravicek now regrouping. He's going to go cross ice to Cronlin. Cronlin now with the puck, moving it through the zone. He tries to get it. That's broken up. Campbell now picks it up at center ice. He dumps it in. Algram now in pursuit. Yellowjackets pick it up behind their net. Cronlin able to get a stick on that. Puck's loose on the half wall. Trying to hold it in. Algram gets there and holds it into the zone. Now Lynette gets it past to Algram. Algram trying to get it through. That puck's intercepted. And Yellowjackets start to skate out of their ice. Now Moravicek goes back. He's got to regroup. He loses control of the puck. Puck now goes deep into the zone. Cronlin back there battling in the corner, trying to get possession. And he passes it up to Lynette. Amos. Amos now skating it through center ice. He gets it into the zone. They're looking for someone, but his line mates are making a change. They're now battling on the blue line, trying to get it back into the zone. Yellowjackets then intercept. He goes down. And they're going to call a tripping penalty on the Guardians. Face-off is won by the Guardians. They start to move it out of the zone. Yellowjackets trying to hold. And we're going to get a whistle. So not sure what that whistle was for. I don't know if the refs know either, but they're going to have a face-off back into the Guardian zone. So battle error, that was won by the Guardians, drawn back to zone. Hagee then picks it up. He throws it up. That's deflected out of the zone. Yellow Jackets now picking it up in their own zone, regrouping. They circle around. Amos in pursuit. They pass it up, and that's broken up by Catava. Catava skates around his own net, circles back, cuts back the other way. He now passes it up to Amos. Amos now with the puck. He's got a little bit of room. He's skating it up the ice, tries to push out wide. He goes around. Now he's going to try to get it to the net, and that's broken up. Yellow Jackets then pick it up, and they start to skate it out of their zone. Amos back checking, trying to get to him. He goes around Algrim, takes a shot. That's broken up. Takes another shot. That's right on the goal line. Defense able to push it out with their stick. Puck's now behind the net. And Guardians are able to throw it out of their zone to escape the trouble. Yellow Jackets then make a missed pass. That's picked up by Algrim. He takes a shot. That just goes wide. Now Barr picking it up on the far corner. He's trying to get it into the middle. He's got three guys trying to get him. Conlon trying to hold the zone, just pokes out. Now Algrim picks it up in the neutral zone. He circles back, trying to get it up the ice. That's intercepted by the Yellow Jackets as they're going back into the zone. He's going wide. He gets around Conlon, takes a shot. That goes, hits off of the skate, keeps it out of the net. Guardians now start to skate out of their zone. He passes it up to Campbell. Campbell now with the puck. He passes it over to Barr, but his defense dives out, gets a stick on it. Puck now is thrown behind the boards, or behind the net, picked up by the Yellow Jackets. They now start to skate it out of the zone. So, and they skate all the way through. That's broken up in the middle. They get a shot, and that's stopped by Wall. Good stop by Wall there. We got 24 seconds left in the period. Face-off won by the Guardians. Hagee picks it up in the corner. He throws it up the wall. Guardians now battling on the half wall, right on the blue line, trying to get it out of the zone. That goes to the Yellow Jackets. They move it to the net, take a shot from almost the goal line. That goes and hits the side of the net, now battling on the far corner. Now the puck moves over. He's looking up ice. That goes up to Barr. Barr's not able to handle it cleanly, but it's picked up by Catava. Now it goes into the zone and intercepted by the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets now moving it through center ice, and that's going to be the buzzer for the end of the first period. All right, we are back to start the second period. Yellow Jackets up by 1.
Let's go, Guardians!
That puck's pushed forward by the Guardian centerman, picked up by the Yellow Jackets, but Algrim's able to break that up. Now he's going to the net. He tried to get it over, but that's broken up by the Yellow Jackets defense. Now Simonson steps up, trying to hold the zone, but that's pushed around him. So Lynette now goes down. Could have been interference. Hagee makes a great play, pushes that puck out. You got some extracurriculars going on. Guardians are going to get a penalty for tripping. Puck's won by the Guardians. Simonson picks the puck up. He throws it around the boards. Now O'Brien picks it up. He's trying to clear it out of the zone, but that's broken up by the Yellowjackets. Now battling the half wall. That kicks out to the Yellowjackets defense. He skates in, gets a shot. That's pushed wide. Deflected out by Wall. Puck's now behind the net. Simonson pushes it around. Higgy now stepping in. That's kicked out. That's picked up by Algrim. Algrim now has some ice. He's moving it through the center. He's got some speed. He's got one guy to beat. He bridges to the middle. He's taken down. That's going to be a tripping penalty, and then going to be called up. So that'll even it out, 4-on-4. Algrim had some speed. He had a line to the net and just taken down by the Yellowjackets. Tava in to take the draw. That's won by Yellowjackets back into their corner. Now battling down in the corner. Yellowjackets coming out, skating it around their net. That's quickly intercepted by Katava. Now Campbell picks it up. He now cuts back the other way, looking to get it to the front of the net. Skates around the net. Passes it out to Cronlund. Cronlund then goes back to Campbell. Campbell trying to control it. He comes back to Cronlund. Cronlund goes D to D to Moravcek. Moravcek tries to one-time it towards the net, but it goes kicked down into the far corner. Tava in there trying to hold it. Now comes to the half wall. Yellowjackets pass it over to the center, and they start to lead the zone. Guardians have a good back check, and they're able to stop it before it enters the zone. They're now coming back the other way. He's tripped. He's going to get another penalty. Guardians will go on a man advantage. Face-off goes all the way down in the Yellowjacket zone. It'll be 4-on-3 for 47 seconds. Algrim to take the draw. That's one back to Heggie. Heggie shoots, and that's sealed up by the goaltender. No rebound. So good play. Face-off win. Back to the D. Gets a shot. Hoping for a rebound, but goaltender is able to seal that up. Face-off will go to the other side of the ice. So that's one to the half wall, and they throw it into the box. That'll be another face-off down into the zone. So Guardians are now full strength, 5-on-3. Have a great opportunity here. That's one back. Goes to Heggie. Heggie with the puck. He throws it in deep. O'Brien now with it in the corner. He's trying to step it around. But Yellowjackets able to get a hold of it. Now battling. That's stripped away by Algrim. Now it goes to Barr. Barr has it, shoots. That kicked out front. Shot and goal! Barr takes the shot, rebound. And was it Algrim that put that in? Algrim on the rebound. Barr takes the shot. Rebound right out front. Backhanded by Algrim into the back of the net. Ties it up 1-1. Able to capitalize on that 5-on-3. We'll now have a face-off at center ice. Face-off's won by the Guardians. Over to O'Brien. O'Brien then throws it in deep. Barr now chasing it down in behind the net. That's kicked out down to Cronlund. Cronlund then throws it in deep. Barr down in the corner with the puck. He's looking to get it out front. He passes it to O'Brien. O'Brien passes to the D. D then pushes it down back to O'Brien. O'Brien now trying to get it to the net. He shoots it. That goes over the net. Comes back out to Cronlund. Cronlund then pushes it in deep. Algrim with the puck. He passes it over to O'Brien. O'Brien takes a shot, and that's gloved by the goaltender. Guardians still have 31 seconds left on the power play. Tava in the take the draw with Campbell and Amos. Cronlin and Morvacek back at D. Face-off won by Yellowjackets. Goes down in the corner, now battling for possession. We got 3 Guardians in there, 2 Yellowjackets. Still battling. Yellowjackets come out with it. He pushes it to the middle of the ice. He's unable to throw it out to the center of the ice, picked up by Cronlin as they regroup. Cronlin now skating it up the ice and then backhands it deep into the zone. Katava now putting pressure on the defense as the defense throws it around. Now O'Brien, or Campbell, picks up the puck on the half wall, and that's kicked out. Still, Yellowjackets are able to get it out of the zone. They're now moving to the center ice. They got a 2-on-1. That's put away by Morvacek. Great D. Now goes into the far corner as they battle. Cronlin then slips it up the boards. Campbell there, unable to get to it. Now it goes back, picked up by Katava behind the net. He passes it up to Amos. Amos trying to get control, posts it around the D, going through the neutral zone, and he gets tied up, and the puck comes back the other way. Puck's right on the blue line, trying to hold the zone, and Yellowjackets are able to get it out. That goes back to Morvacek. Morvacek then throws it back up the boards at center ice. Now Yellowjackets have it, trying to get it into the zone. Puck's moving back and forth. Now Guardians trying to get it out. They move it up to Campbell. Campbell now tries to step into the middle, but he's taken down.
Come on, boy!
Yellowjackets now regrouping in their own zone. He moves it up into the middle of the ice. Cronlin then there gets a stick on it and able to keep it out of their zone. Battling now just outside the blue line. Lynette trying to move it to center ice. Now Algrim has it and trying to skate it into the zone. Lynette then picks it up. He's got room. He tries to get it into the middle, skates it around behind the net. Passes it up front. Out front, shot. Oh, just hits off the goalie. Bounces on top. Is that in? Oh, hits off the very top. Goes right in the air off the top of the crossbar and just kicks behind the net. So a wonderful opportunity. Just a heck of a save. That goalie threw his arm back and somehow it hit it. And able to keep that puck out. Guardians win the draw. Amos then throws it in to O'Brien. O'Brien trying to get it back. Goes back to Lynette. Lynette now with it. He passes to Higgy. Higgy doesn't mishandles. Yellowjackets come back the other way. They got a 2-on-1. Simonson back. He pushes towards the outside. Puck comes low over the middle. He tries to backhand it, and that's broken up by the Guardians through good back checking. Now Guardians come back the other way. We got a 1-on-1. O'Brien trying to go around. He pushes it all the way in. Puck goes in behind the net, and they throw it around. Yellowjackets now start to leave their zone. Algrim trying to hold it, and that's intercepted at center ice. Yellowjackets now skating it through, but that's pushed off by Lynette. Lynette now trying to get it right here on the sideboards at center ice. Still battling here. That kicks back to Simonson. Simonson then goes cross ice. He steps around one guy. Yellowjackets come around. They comes back to Simonson. Simonson now regrouping in his own zone. He passes it over to Higgy. Higgy now looking up ice. He passes it. And that's intercepted by Yellowjackets. Yellowjackets are way offsides. Way offsides. Don't call it. Now the puck's thrown back around into the near corner here. Simonson picks it up. He throws it up the boards and picked up by Yellowjacket defense. They throw it on net. That goes way wide and goes into the far corner. Yellowjackets now have it. Algrim battling down deep. Battle right behind the net. That kicks back the other way. Higgy now with the puck. He's got some room. He's got room to skate. He's moving it up the ice. He's got one guy with him. He comes in. He takes a shot. That deflects off and nearly goes in. Just goes wide. Yellowjackets now going back the other way. They got 4 strong as Guardians are making a line change. They then move it in and throw it in deep. Now Yellowjackets will make a change themselves. Cronlin picks it up, cuts back the other way. They then move it up the ice and just misses. That comes back into the neutral zone as Yellowjackets trying to regroup. Now battling there on the sidewall. That kicks back to Cronlin. Cronlin now has some room. He gets it over the red line. Now gets it and dumps it in deep. Katava now skating in. Campbell now in the far corner. They throw it up. now coming through. That's poked away by Barr. Barr now has the puck. He's skating it into the zone. We got 3-on-2. He skates it wide, takes a shot. That's deflected into the corner. Puck now into the near corner here, picked up by the Yellowjackets. They now start to move it up the ice. They pass up their winger. That's broken up by Cronlund. Then they are able to get out of the zone. Comes back to Campbell. Campbell now with the puck. He steps around one guy. He now enters the zone. He's got a couple guys with him. He tries to get over. Barr now with it, and that's getting taken away. Now Yellowjackets coming back the other way. They got a 3-on-2. Moravicek pushing the guy out wide. He gets around him. He then puts it out. They move it out in front of the net. That goes through the middle of the house there and over to the sidewall. Guardians now picking it out. Campbell with the puck. He tries to get up to Barr, but that puck's intercepted. Now Yellowjackets with it in neutral zone as they dump it in deep into the Guardian zone. Cronlund back to retrieve behind his own net. He steps around one guy. He's now got a little bit of room. He passes it up to Barr. Barr now with it. He's got some room. He takes a shot on net. That's deflected wide. Algram now skates in just off the bench with speed. And Yellowjackets pick it up in the corner. They then throw it up the wall. That comes back to the fence. Hagee not able to handle. And that comes back. Simonson then breaks it up. Now gets control of the puck. He skates out in front of his own net. Circles back behind the net. And now starts to skate. He passes it up to Amos. Amos now trying to get it out of the zone. He's taken down. And we got a battle here on the half wall on the far side. Yellowjackets come out with it. They throw it towards the net, but that goes wide. Simonson trying to get there, but Yellowjackets beat the Guardians to the puck. Now Guardians moving it up the half wall, trying to get out of the zone. Yellowjackets able to hold and get possession of the puck. They now move it into the net, take a shot, and that's gloved by Wall. Is that Jordan? Lombardo's in net. So I just noticed we got black gloves, not white gloves. That's Lombardo in the net. Apologize. Guardians pick it up off the face-off. Algram with the puck. He starts to move it up the ice. He tries to get it over to O'Brien. That goes wide. No icing. O'Brien now picks it up in the far corner. He now skates it around behind the net. He's looking. He passes it out to the D. D trying to handle him in the backhand. Schwenk can't get to it. Simonson now skates back, regroup, and he passes it over to Cronlund. Cronlund now with the puck. He moves it up to Amos or Algram. Algram with the puck. He moves into the middle of the ice. That's poked away, but picked up by O'Brien. O'Brien takes a shot. Deflected. Loose puck out front. Picked up by Yellowjackets as they leave the zone. Now moving through neutral zone. Cronlund trying to push him wide. He stops. Takes a shot. Puck's in front of the net. Picked out by Moravicek. Puck now on the half wall. Brian kicks it away. Puck's still loose, and that's kicked out of the zone back to the neutral zone. Yellowjackets regroup and re-enter. They're going to be way offsides, doing a line change.
Come on, kick it up. Move.
Face-off won by the Yellowjackets. Back to the D as they dump it in deep. Now Moravicek chasing around the net. Into the far corner. He then tries to push it up. Yellowjackets lose their stick. They're trying to battle, trying to kick it out. Still battling down the corner. That's pushed up to Campbell. Campbell picks it up. He's quickly taken on. Still battling down on the half wall. Yellowjackets come out with it, but Cronlund able to pick it away. Cronlund now with the puck. That's kicked out front. Now picked up by Catawba. Catawba then moves it up, but it's intercepted. Then poked away by Lynette. Now O'Brien or Campbell with the puck. He's got one guy to beat. He toe drags, comes around, but just loses it. He passes it back out front, but intercepted by the defense for the Yellowjackets. Yellowjackets pick it up. They start to skate out of their zone. They flip it high in the air into the neutral zone. That's fluttering. Now it's a puck race. Cronlund trying to get there. He gets a stick lifted shot. That's going to be a goal. Cronlund was hit the whole way, trying to get back to that puck. Go call. Yellowjackets able to pick it up and flip it over the shoulder of Lombardo. Yellowjackets win the face-off. That's pushed into the Guardian zone. Simonson picks it up. He passes it over to Higgy. Higgy then passes it up to O'Brien. O'Brien steps around one guy. He gets it over the middle of the ice. That just misses. Now Yellowjackets pick it up and leave the zone. They're now getting it up through center ice. They enter the zone. That's broken up by Moravicek, but Yellowjackets able to hold. Puck goes down in front of the net, picked up by Higgy. Higgy now skating the puck. He gets taken down by a Yellowjacket. The puck then picked up by Algren behind the net. So puck moved up to O'Brien, and he loses control, dumps it down. That's going to be called off for an icing. Bar now behind the net. They throw it around. That moves out to Simonson. Simonson holding his own. He dumps it in deep.
Pressure black, pressure black.
So Guardians trying to get possession of the puck. Guardians pick it up. They try to wrap around. That's broken up by the D. Puck's now in the near corner. So passes it out, trying to get it to Barr, but that's intercepted. Now comes out to Higgy. Higgy on the point. He throws it on net, but that's broken up. Can't get there. And they backhand it out. Puck comes back to Higgy. He dumps it in deep into the zone. Puck goes all the way around behind the net, and they throw it back. That comes back to Simonson. Simonson then holds his own, trying to get it in deep. Puck's now back behind the zone. Yellowjackets with possession. They try to ice. That goes up. Intercepted. Now Yellowjackets moving through the neutral zone. They got 2-on-2 here. That's broken up by Higgy. Barron picks it up, throws it out, gets it up to Campbell. Campbell now with some room. He skates it into the middle of the ice. Comes around, then passes it in front. Takes a shot. And that's just missed wide by Gatava. Doesn't get a good stick on it. They then throw it all the way down the ice. And that's going to be an icing. 27 seconds left in the second period. Face-off will be down in the Yellowjackets zone. Algren in to take the draw. Puck comes out of the Guardian zone. Yellowjackets now moving up the far side. Moravicek trying to push to the outside. He cuts back through the middle and loses the puck. Puck now behind the net. Amos is tripped up behind the net. Now Cronlin battling for the puck. He gets it. Algren trying to get it. Yellowjackets now in front of the net. They shoot. That goes wide. Amos now picks it up. He gets it up to O'Brien. O'Brien now with the puck, but that's going to be a buzzer and the end of the second period. All right, we're moving in here to the third period. Hopefully the Guardians can regather some energy here and really come strong and move their feet, put the pressure on in the offensive zone, and bury that puck. Dava to take the draw. That's picked up, moved back to the Guardians' defense. Then Moravicek moves it up to O'Brien. O'Brien now with it. He throws it in deep. That's blocked right here on the half wall. Both teams battling. Katava comes out with it. He takes it over, moves it into the middle of the ice, but that's intercepted. Yellowjackets now in the top of the zone. They're able to get it out. They're now moving through center ice. That's broken up by the defense, Moravicek. Moravicek then pokes it up. Not able to get out of the zone. Still battling. Yellowjackets come back. They're now looking to get it center ice. They pass it through the middle, but it's intercepted by Catawba. Catawba then tries to move it up, but that's picked off. Now intercepted by Lynette. Lynette going to the far side. He cuts through the middle, tries to get on net, poked away by the goaltender. Catawba now battling down in the corner. Guardians making some line changes. Yellowjackets now pick it up behind their net. They come back through. He starts to move up the ice. That's broken up by Barr. Comes back to Morbacek. Morbacek then passes to Cromlin. Cromlin now moves it up to Barr. Barr has the puck. He's trying to get it around two guys. Shoots. That just goes wide. Now battling down in the corner. Campbell trying to get control of the puck. Algren in to help out. We got pass it over to Barr. That's intercepted. And Algren picks it up, holds the zone. What a play. Then kicked back to Cromlin. Cromlin now skating and into the zone. That goes to Campbell. Campbell then cuts back, goes back to Algren, who's covering on point, passes it over to Higgy. Higgy's got room. He takes a shot, passes it over to Barr. Barr now with it. He cuts back into the corner. He tries to pass it. He gets to Algren. Algren then tries to get it over. That's deflected. That's in. I don't know if that's in. That's in. That's in. Ref does not see that puck go in. Comes back. Somehow, that does not count as a goal. And Guardians will have a face-off in the Yellowjackets zone. Hopefully that upsets them a little bit and they come out even stronger. Algren wins the draw. That's pushed back. That's held by Higgy. Then picked up by Campbell. Campbell steps around one guy. He gets it through. He passes it over. Almost deflected into the net. Battling now in front. That puck comes out into the middle, but picked up by Yellowjackets. They then push it up. Now they come through the neutral zone. Higgy pushes them wide, then chases them down into the far corner. Higgy then goes down, gets some help from his teammates. Puck comes loose. Defense able to skate up, takes a shot. That's broken up. Good stop by Simonson. Simonson now trying to get control of the puck. He has it. He then kicks it over to Campbell. Campbell now pushing up the half wall, and that goes to Yellowjackets as they regroup in their zone. They now step through, try to get it through center ice, and that goes wide. Hagee now trying to get control. They throw it around. That goes all around the net. Simonson now battling down in the far corner. Algren tries to step in and help out. Not able to get a hold of it. Still battling down in the far corner. They try to throw it in front of the net. That's quickly deflected. Now Guardians come back the other way. Algren with the puck. He goes around. He tries to take a shot. He goes down. They then throw it around the boards. Morbacek now picks up at neutral zone. He goes cross ice to Cromlin. Cromlin now steps around one guy, cuts back, trying to get it in deep. They're able to poke it in. Puck now comes to the wing on the half wall here, and Catawba is able to intercept. That comes into the middle of the ice. Guardians unable to hold the zone. Cromlin now goes back, get it. They're going to be offsides. That's offsides on the Yellowjackets. Face-offs comes back to the Yellowjackets D. They try to move it up. That's intercepted by O'Brien. O'Brien toe drags around, then loses control. Yellowjackets are able to pick it up and come through the neutral zone. That's stopped by Cromlin right on the blue line. Good step up. Now Yellowjackets throw it in deep. Ref weighs it off, icing. Morbacek picks it up and passes it up to Amos. O'Brien now with the puck. Now Catawba with the puck. As he throws wide. He now cuts back, comes back the other way, looking for an outlet pass, but that's intercepted. Guardians are going to get a call for a tripping penalty. Draw comes back into the Guardian zone. That face-off won by the Yellowjackets. Come back to their D. He skates around. He shows it. That's deflected out wide by Simonson. Simonson now picks it out, skates around the net, then throws up the boards. Their defense able to hold and throw it in deep. They now pick it in, trying to get it in the middle of the ice. That goes wide of the net. Higgy now picks it up, and he throws it up high. That goes all the way down. That's not going to be an icing. That's going to be waved off. That's something. They blow the whistle. The guy's right there with the puck on the red line as you watch it goes over. But that's the way it goes. We'll come back into our own zone. Won by the Guardians. Guardians taken down by the Yellowjackets. No call. Now battling down in the near corner here. Guardians come out with it. Algram tries to get it up. Battling here at center ice. Yellowjackets come out with it. They pass it up. They're now quickly swarmed by the Guardians. Algram now picks up the puck. He circles back into his zone. Skates it through the middle of the ice. He has that puck intercepted. Yellowjackets skate around one guy. He pushes it. That goes, it's deflected out by the Guardians' defense. Now battling here on the half wall. Puck's then moved to Algram, but that's intercepted. Defense able to throw it out. That comes back into the neutral zone as Yellowjackets regroup. They now start to skate it into the zone. Lynette's in pursuit. Yellowjackets cut back the other way. They come to center ice, take a shot. That's blockered away by Lombardo. Now comes back. That's picked up by Higgy. Higgy now battling right at the top of the slot. Nearly intercepted by Lynette. Yellowjackets take a shot. That goes wide. Now battling down in the near corner here. Higgy trying to get control of that puck, having a good battle. He's got 3 Yellowjackets to him. They then try to skate it around, try to wrap around. That's quickly stuffed. Now Catawba moves it up to Lynette. Lynette able to poke it around the D. He's got room. He's got a guy with him. He's got O'Brien to the far side. He passes it over. Oh, O'Brien not able to hold on. Come back to Catawba. Catawba shoots. And that's sealed up by the goaltender. Both teams full strength. 6 minutes, 50 seconds left in the third period. Catawba in to take the draw in the Yellowjacket zone. That's one to the half wall. Barr now tries to get it. He's got it in his skates, trying to kick it up to himself. Now battling in the near corner here. Puck then moves up the half wall. Catawba there. Both teams battling for the puck. So when that's kicked out, Barr then tries to stop it. He gets it back in, throws it down deep. Now Catawba has it. He's coming out of the corner. He's being hooked. And it goes around the net. Barr then tries to stop. Guy goes around 2 guys. He's now moving through the neutral zone. We got a 3-on-2. Catawba's able to break that up. Picked up by Barr. Barr now coming the other way. He passes it over to the far side of the ice, but nobody's there. Yellowjackets then pick it up. And it comes back to Morvacek. Morvacek now looks cross ice. Gets over to Barr. He's not able to get a stick on it. And they're going to wave that off. No icing. He ties up the guy in the corner. Campbell comes in to help out. Yellowjackets come out with it, skate it behind their net. They then push it around. Algram now moves over, trying to seal up that half wall. Then pushes it back behind the net. Barr back to retrieve. He's got some space. He then throws it back to the D, but the D's not there. Conlon now has to force to regroup in the neutral zone. He cuts back the other way. He's now skating it up, gets it up to Campbell. Campbell now with the puck. He takes a shot. That's deflected. Algram now in the corner. That moves up to the half wall. Battle here on the half wall. That's kicked out. Defense making a change. Guardian's able to hold the zone. Amos with the puck. He's got room. He gets that puck taken away. Now Yellowjackets come back. That's poked away by Simonson. Now battling here at neutral ice. Campbell tries to toe drag. But that's poked away. Then Guardian intercept. Algram with the puck. He's on the blue line. Guardian offsides. Campbell unable to stay onside. And we'll have a face-off just outside the zone. 5 minutes, 2 seconds left in the period. Guardians down by 1.
Hot pressure, boys. Hot pressure. Let's go.
That's one into the Yellow Jacket zone, then kick back into the neutral zone. That's pushed up to Campbell. Campbell trying to get control. He's able to hold that zone, picked up by Algram. Algram takes a shot. That's a goal by Algram. He takes a shot from the dot. Hits off the stick, deflects up into the corner. Algram with a clutch goal with 4 minutes, 44 seconds left in the third period to tie this one up. That should put some life back into the legs of the boys. Hopefully they can come back, finish this strong, bury a few more. Face off, picked up by Campbell. Campbell now throws it up the ice, goes back to D. Algram then tries to break it up. Amos there, hold the zone. Now Algram has the puck. He's taken down. Battle now. Guardians with it. They take it around the net. That comes out to Simonson. Simonson takes it on his backhand and then gets it down in the far corner. They then throw it back. Campbell's unable to hold on to it. He's got to regroup now. Campbell now skating through. He goes wide. He dumps it in deep. Catawba now moving in pursuit. Amos on the far side trying to hold it. That hits Amos, deflected out, and Yellow Jackets are able to break it through. They pass it up the center ice. That's broken up by Cronlund right on the blue line. Good step up. Now Campbell stepping around. He pushes it in, goes back, and Yellow Jackets then pass it back out into the neutral zone. They then take it away. Puck comes over into the half wall as the Guardians throw it out of the zone. Morvacek goes cross ice. Lynette trying to get there. Then pushes the guy off. Cronlund now picks it up in his zone. So one of our guys just took a baseball swing to our head. No call. Catawba now entering the zone. He gets it over. He takes a shot. That's deflected wide. Barr battling behind the tech with Catawba. Catawba now has it. He pushes out front, and that's covered by the goaltender.
Stay on it, Black. Let's go. No.
That kicks back to Barr. Barr then passes it back. Hagee's not there. Hagee hustles back and able to pick it up. He now skates through. He gets it up the ice, and that's picked up by Barr. Barr has a lane. He takes a shot. That goes wide. Guardians now trying to hold his own, but Yellow Jackets come out. O'Brien's there to tie him up. The Yellow Jackets come back into the zone. That takes a shot, but that's deflected high up over the net. Guardians now push it up to the half wall. Battling down in the corner. Still battling down in the corner. That comes out to the D. They hold the zone, but Guardians are able to get it out into the central ice. They then move it up the wall. That's poked away. Now still here battling right in front. Picked up by Algram. Algram's got some room. He takes it wide. He goes around. He's taken down. No call. Barr now in pursuit. He cuts back. He goes down. Barr now trying to get control of the puck. Algram goes down again. Now Yellow Jackets coming back the other way. Are you kidding me? Guardians are going to get called for a trip after they didn't call 4.
How much of that?
Face-off come back into the Guardian zone. Two minutes, 5 seconds left. Minute 30 power, or penalty kill, which Guardians will have to overcome. Catawba wins that to the half wall. Morvacek there battling. Both teams battling down. Morvacek now has control of the puck. He's quickly tied up, still battling down in the near corner. Yellow Jackets come out. They move it out front. That's kicked away by Lynette. Now Cronlund picks it up behind the net. He throws it out. That's going to go all the way down for an icing. Minute 5 left on the penalty kill for the Guardians. That's blocked. Shot by Yellowjackets. That comes back into the neutral zone. Then they have a missed pass. Goes deep in the zone. Algram now pursuing. And that's moved up to the half wall. Brian there trying to tie him up. That's kicked back into the middle of the ice. Yellowjackets will now pick it up. They then circle back into their zone. Then go around behind their net. They then go across ice. They then move it up into the middle. Now they get it over the center line and lose possession of the puck. That's picked up by Higgy. Higgy moves it over to Simonson. Simonson trying to get it up. Unable to get it there. He takes a shot. That goes over the net. Now picked up by Algram. Algram all alone. He steps around one guy, moves it in the middle. Puck almost comes back to himself. He's taken down. Yellowjackets now come back the other way. Yellowjackets now with it. They try to move it to the middle of the ice. He whiffs. Conlon now trying to get possession. Yellowjackets shoot. That goes off the mask of Lombardo. And Amos now has control of the puck. Amos moving up the ice. He gets that taken away. Simonson steps up. He gets it in deep. That's nearly intercepted by Amos. Yellowjackets now coming up the near side here. They stop. They try to get it into the middle of the ice. Yellowjackets now got speed. They take a shot, and that's sealed up by Lombardo. Got 9 seconds left in the period. Guardians, best thing, win that into the far corner there. Looks like the Yellowjackets are going to be calling a timeout. Here we go. Could be the last face-off in the third period. Algram in to take the draw. Guardians win the draw, kick it into the corner. They now eat the puck to end the period.
Hey! Whoa! Oh, that was dirty!
Guardians did a great job to win that face-off, push the puck into the corner, and just seal that up.
Where's the late checking from behind?
Now we'll have a consult, see if they will go into overtime or if that will end in a tie. Looks like we will have an overtime period. 5-minute overtime.
short-handed? Yes, start short-handed on the
I hope so.
There we go.
Going to be a 3-on-3 overtime, 5 minutes. We got Algram, Heggie, and O'Brien out for the Guardians. Sorry, that's Campbell, not O'Brien. That's puck kicks deep into Yellowjackets zone. They pick it up. He circles back. Algram trying to get it. That's broken up. Now possession by the Guardians. Yellowjackets then strip it away from Algram. He tries moving in the middle of the ice. That's intercepted. Now Yellowjackets take control. They skate it back to create some space. They're going behind their own net. He passes it into the middle in front of the net. Then they pass it back. Now Algram able to pass it up to Campbell. Campbell steps around one guy. He gets him over. Takes a shot. Hits the post. Comes out. Now Yellowjackets coming back the other way. He moves it to the far side. Higgy now back. He steps up. That's intercepted. Battling on front. They're able to get it. Yellowjacket now have a lane to that. He goes it back in. Hits it off the butt of his own guy. Yellowjackets now throws it out front. That's picked up by Algram. He's now trying to get it to the outside. Cuts back the other way. Campbell now with the puck. He gets it over the red line. He's trying to get it. He gets it over to Algram. It'll be just on sides. He gets it. Takes a shot. That's just deflected into the netting. Faceoff's going to go into the Yellowjacket zone. We got Simonson back at D. Catawba taking the draw. Barr at the wing spot. As puck's pushed forward. That comes back to Simonson. Simonson then goes to Barr. Barr now has it at center ice. He throws it in deep, but that deflects off a player on the bench. We're going to have a whistle. Face-off will just be just outside the zone. Looks like they're going to bring that to center ice. Barr comes in, tries to help off the draw. He then picks it up. He's now got some room. He's gets inside. He's got Catawba with him. He cuts back to the other side. Tries to backhand it into the middle, but that's broken up. Now it's come out. Catawba wins. Shot to goal! Shot to goal! Barr gets it over to Catawba. Catawba takes a shot, kicks out, gets his own rebound, and throws it through the 5-hole for a Guardians win in overtime. Kids are mobbing each other. That's a good Guardians win there. Able to get that puck to the net. Good things happen. Just a deflection out front on the rebound. Gets his own rebound for the win. That'll wrap this one up. Final score of 3-2. That goal was scored with 3 minutes and 27 seconds left in the overtime period. Guardians will now travel over to north side of Chicago to face, I'm not sure which team we're facing. I'll have to look that up, but I'll have the name when we get there and we come back live for the second part, the second game of the day. So thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to doing this again at around 6:30 p.m. Guardians signing off.